Okay, this is for Math 8. This is variables, solving equations with variables on both sides. First of all, gift your notebook paper. So the same thing, you're going to do problem and then checking. And this is going to be solving equations with variables on both sides. And put up here so you know what you're talking about, variables on both sides. Okay, write down your first problem from the worksheet. So you have 5x plus 11 equals 4x plus 18. Okay, now here's the deal. You have a variable term and a constant on one side of the equal sign, and then a variable term and a constant on the other. The thing is, with these variables, you can get them to the same side. Now, this next line, the second line, you can really do 4 ways. It doesn't matter which way you do it, but you have to have it mathematically correct. Now, I like to move the variable terms first and then move the constant terms. And I like to move the variable terms to where they stay positive. So, for example, if I want to get rid of this 5x here, that's positive, so I'm going to subtract 5x. But if I subtract 5x here, I'm going to get a negative x, which is fine. I just like to keep it positive if possible. So what you want to do is you want to move the variable terms to one side while the constants go to the other. So I'm going to subtract 4x first. And the reason being is because I want to remove it from this side. I have to do the opposite operation and then do the same thing on both sides. So when I remove this 4x here, this turns out to be 5x minus 4x, which is x. Bring down the plus 11, everything else that's there, and then that's gone, so then I have 18. Since I moved the variable term to the left, I'm going to move the constant to the right because I want to still get x by itself. So this turns into a 2-step equation. So I'm going to subtract 11, and then x is going to equal 7. Okay, now here's how you check it. This is why checking was so important in the past, because now you have no idea what your terms are going to come out to be. So I'm going to put in 7 every time I see an x. I'm going to write it exactly how I had it before. Notice now I have 2 expressions equal to each other. I don't know what they're going to equal until the very end, and you want them to equal each other. So 35 plus 7, times 7 is 5 times 7 is 35, plus 11. Now I'm just going to work this all the way down. 35 plus 11 is 46. So now this is 28 plus 18. 28 plus 18 is 46. I don't know until the very end if my solution 7 is correct or not, and it is because it makes this statement true. So this is why the checking is so important. Work your checking down on each side, order of operations. Okay, now second one. 11p minus 4 equals 6p plus 1. Okay, again, you can do this 4 different ways. I can move the 11p, I can move the negative 4, I can move the 6p, I can move the 1. I like to move the variables first, and I like to see which one's going to stay positive. Again, this just happens to where if I move 6p this way, that's going to be positive. 5p minus 4 equals 1. Add 4, 5p equals 5. Divide. Now here you're going to have to divide by 5. P is going to equal 1. Check it. Order of operations going down. 11 times 1 is 11 minus 4, and that's 7. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 1, that's 7. Your checking should be about 3 to 4 lines depending on the problem. Okay, so I want you to go through. That's how you're going to be working it. If you look at the worksheet number 6, you want to solve it if you like, or you want to wait on it because there's something different about that one. Just looking ahead, I think you're going to be good. Number 11, you can actually distribute that fraction first. So when you look at number 11, you can distribute that fraction because it works out nicely with those numbers that are inside. So just put everything that you've learned before, put into play, and now you're working on solving equations with variables on both sides. Thank you, good luck, and I'll answer questions as I can. Good luck.